Dean Winchester is one of the most beloved characters in Supernatural, but throughout the show's 15 seasons, there have been alternate versions of Dean introduced. Dean Winchester famously died more than 100 times in Supernatural, but audiences rarely got to see a different version of the character. After going through so many traumatic and terrifying experiences, it's not a surprise that the Dean audiences saw die in the Supernatural series finale was very different from the Dean introduced in the series pilot. The later seasons of Supernatural introduced a multiverse, which occasionally meant audiences met alternate versions of the Winchester brothers. Despite this, even within their main timeline, audiences got to see different versions of both Sam and Dean Winchester throughout Supernatural's 15-season run. With so many timelines and alternate versions of the Winchester brothers, here is every version of Dean Winchester in Supernatural. Original Dean Winchester. First appeared, Season 1, Episode 1 pilot? The original or normal version of Dean Winchester is the version most fans know and love. When Sam and Dean are fighting their monster of the week, it's normally this version of Dean that audiences see. This Dean loves his 1967 Chevy Impala, affectionately called Baby, as well as classic rock music, and pie. It's these pillars that the audience notices most when they are missing. As the older brother, Dean tries to put on the tough guy exterior to try to shield Sam from as much as possible, especially when they are young. While other versions of Dean Winchester also have some of his same attributes, the original Dean has a strong moral compass and is willing to sacrifice any and everything for his family, whether they be blood or not. In fact, Dean sacrificed himself on multiple occasions to save the people he loved. While seeing other alternate forms of Dean Winchester is fun, there's nothing quite like the fun-loving Hunter audiences got to know over the course of Supernatural's 15 seasons. Dean if Mary Winchester never died. First appeared, Season 2, Episode 20 What Is and What Should Never Be. One of the events that forever altered Dean and Sam Winchester's lives was the death of their mother Mary Winchester. It's known that Mary was killed by the yellow-eyed demon Azazel when Sam was just 6 months old, and as the series continues audiences learn that Mary had made a deal with the demon in order to save her then-boyfriend John Winchester from death. Mary's death haunted Dean specifically throughout his life, with a lot of trauma being brought back up when Sam's girlfriend Jess died the exact same way as Mary in the Supernatural pilot. It's been reiterated in different ways over Supernatural's 15 seasons that Dean desires most for his mother not to have died. This is first visually represented in Supernatural Season 2, Episode 20 What Is and What Should Never Be. While hunting a djinn, Dean is attacked and transported to a reality where Mary Winchester never dies. Dean is seen living a very normal life with his girlfriend and living near his mother in Lawrence, Kansas. In this reality, Sam still attended law school, dating Jess, and is even engaged to her, though Sam and Dean are noticeably not close. When things start not lining up, Dean realizes he's been captured by the djinn, but still must choose whether he wants to remain in this life. If he goes back to a life of fighting monsters and where both Mary and Jess aren't alive. However, if he stays, he can have a quiet, happy, apple pie life where everyone is alive. While Dean ultimately decides to fight and return to his real life, it's beyond interesting to see what could have been if Mary Winchester hadn't died.